Welcome back, and we have another super cool dish mat tutorial for us. This is just another dish mat from the Dollar Tree, and today we're going to learn how to make an Airpods case. All you are going to need for this project is our dish mat. If you want, you'll probably want some sort of like little hardware, little clicky thing to be able to hook it onto your bags or whatever. And then a little snap system. So these have like the male and female part of the little plastic snaps, and then our little installation tool. And it also comes with this little guy to help poke the holes. And this is going to be a super quick project today. It is going to take you no time at all to do this. You can even make a whole bunch of them out of one little dish mat. But before we jump into things while I'm opening this, I just wanted to let you guys know I have officially started releasing my own foundation paper piecing patterns. My first one is up in the Etsy shop now. As you can see, I have two of them here on the back wall, this little heart here. They finish at 12 inches by 18 inches. They are considered an intermediate level pattern, but never count out what a confident beginner can do, because my first pattern, I don't think I have it hanging in here anywhere. I think I put it on a shirt. It was pretty intricate because I'm like, I can do this. This seems easy. And it caught on a lot easier than I thought it would. So if you know how to foundation paper piece, or at least have the basics down, those are in my shop now. Every time I release a pattern, I'm putting the whole pattern shop on sale for a couple days just to help get some traction to it. But if you are finding this video while they are not on sale, feel free to use code YouTube at checkout to get 25% off. Again, that is just patterns by shelves in my Etsy shop down below. They will be coming to the website soon, so by the time you see this, they may be on there, but that is in the works still. But let's go ahead, jump right into our dish mat project. Alright, so we've got our little dish mat here. We're just going to work on this side for right now. I'm going to go ahead and cut off this edge so that it looks the same on all four sides. Alright, now that our little surged edge is cut off of this, we are going to set this aside because we can use this later. Alright, now I'm going to flip this around and we're going to cut a 3-inch strip off of this. So 3 inches. And then I'm just going to cut right down that. Now this we're done with. We can set that aside for another project. Now with our strip that's left here, we're going to do the same thing because now there's a surged edge on one of each side. We're just going to pick one of these two sides and cut that surged edge off again. And again, we're going to set this aside. We might use it later. Now what's left, we want this to be 9 inches long this way. So in total, it'll be 3 inches by 9 inches. And we can set that aside. Maybe we can use it for another project. Now that we're here, we have our 3-inch by 9-inch strip. We have a couple options. You can either take this to your serger and serge down these edges to get that nice finish like it had before, or I know not everybody has a serger. You can use the zigzag stitch on your machine and put it so that your needle comes just off the edge right here, going back and forth. I like to shorten the stitch length down just slightly, so my machine naturally puts it at 2.0. I think I like mine at 1.8. So I'm just going to start this, put this under here, and I like to start like a 1/2 inch or so inside of the corner, and then you just slowly go through, make sure it feeds through your machine evenly, make sure you're not dropping any stitches. Just go around all four sides and we will meet back together here in a minute. But I had to point out real quick, when I come up on a corner, I like my needle to be on the right side and like just barely off the fabric, so when I flip and turn it to the next one, it's already as far off to the side as it can be. And I will end up doing that to all four corners. Alright, so here we are. It is a zigzag stitch down the sides. I used a black thread, so it is kind of hard to see because this is black fabric. Normally for you guys, I do like to use a contrasting thread, but I didn't think about it in time. You can see that this edge is pretty finished, and we can move on. Next, we're going to want to decide where our hardware goes. To attach the hardware, I'm going to use the serged edge that we cut off earlier. So I'm going to take this, just slide it right through there, pull it down. If that wiggles too much for you, you can move it down a little bit and kind of take a longer end and put it up through there again so that it kind of is like doubled through there. But for me, I think one is plenty. It's not going to be going through that much wear and tear for me. And we're just going to take this and put it about 4 inches down from the top. So I have this little nifty tape measure here. So 4 inches, and I'm just gonna put that right there. Actually, I want it on this side. And I'm just gonna set it there. Maybe I'll offset it a little bit so that it's not super, there we go. So I'll put it like that. Make sure it sticks out a little bit. And then just so I don't have to worry about holding this, we'll put our machine back on our straight stitch. And I'm just gonna, right on the edge, put a stitch to help hold this down. And then I can trim off some of this extra that's here. All right, so we got that there. And then for the folding part, so remember I made this my top since that's about 4 inches down. Fold it up kind of almost in thirds, a little above a third. This will end up being close to the center of this. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. You just kind of practice folding it up and down and whatever size you think will be good for you, how far you want this to come down. I think that looks good for me. You can even take your AirPods, kind of hold them up to it, see if you like it. But I think that is good. So we're gonna let that top flip open like that. And then now we're just gonna do a straight stitch up both of these sides to help hold it there. And we will back stitch here because these seams will have a little bit more stress on them. And then once we get to where our hardware is, we can back stitch on that, make sure we're holding that down nice and tight. Get the other side. And again there, I was just sewing right where my stitches were, those little serged edges that I made. There's this. You can take your AirPods, make sure they fit in there. So they might be a little tight in there. I probably could have cut this at like 3.5 inches, but I'm still going to use it. I still love it. Now what we need to do next is put the hardware on. And for our hardware, we're going to want 2 of these flat pieces. That's for the outside to make it look nice. And then they'll come with 2 of these inside pieces. So you can see one sticks out, one's in. So one will go on one piece, one will go on the other piece. So I kind of just figure out where I want this to go, what I think will look nice. I think that's perfect right there. Pull that out. I made sure I'd left a little hole there, so you can stick your tool through that hole. Make sure it's through there nice and easy. You'll want to find where it will sit on the next one. So you don't want to go all the way through because you don't want to poke through the back side of it. So I've got that piece in there. We'll go ahead and put this back through there. And since this is what will be on the outside usually, that's where I want my smooth one. So I'll put my one that sticks out up here. And then these tools, this just slides in here like this, and you smush it down. Smush! Looks good. We'll test that more in a second. You probably can't see it on the camera, but I can see right here is where I messed up those stitches. So if I can try to poke through to make that hole a little bit better without poking through the back. So perfect. So you can see, I don't know if you can see, but this is through there, not through the back. Your smooth piece will go inside, and you just kind of gotta work that through there. Might be a little difficult on these dish mats. And then this, the smooth part will go up top, so we can just push that on there, and then we'll take our tool and smush it down again. All right, and that should be good. We can put our little AirPods in there. They fit nice and snug. We can pull this down, close it. There we go. If you don't like these little flaps here, you can even curve this off earlier when we're doing our cutting. You can make this curve so it sits a little bit nicer, but I think this is a perfect little thing. How cute is that? But there we have it, our cute little AirPods pouch, little AirPods case. You can adjust this to fit pretty much any little wireless headphones case you want. These are 2 inches wide this way. I added an inch total, so 1/2 inch to each side. I think, because I've done it with 4 inches and that was a little much, they had a lot of wiggle room. So I think if we did 3.5 inches, that would be perfect. Because it wouldn't be too snug, it wouldn't be too big like the other one I tried. But as you can see, I just kind of wing it. Again, my patterns are now for sale on my pattern Etsy shop, Just Patterns by Shelbs. It is linked down below. Use code YouTube for 25% off if the shop is not on sale. Please go follow me on TikTok and Instagram. I'm really trying to grow my account over there too. But I think that is all I have for today. If you decide to try this project, let me know down in the comments. Post a picture of it, tag me in it, and I cannot wait to see what you guys come up with. But until next time.